Haynes Davis. Joseph, good to see you. Look, I'm looking at you thinking we might be roughly the same age, so I won't ask you for your memories of that day. I was born in 1968. What does the day, though, mean to Americans?
Well, and thank you for that analysis. Uh, I was born in 1959, and I remember that day, June 5th, like it was yesterday. My mother woke me up in the middle of the night because at the time I was living in Illinois in the St. Louis area. And she let me know that Senator Robert F. Kennedy was shot at a campaign rally in Los Angeles. And we got up and watched the news throughout the night that night. And the next day, at about 1 p.m., he was pronounced dead. And the alleged assailant at the time was Sirhan Sirhan, and he was captured and so forth. And I still remember the iconic picture, if you will, if that is a true appropriate word, of Senator Kennedy laying in the back of the hotel in the arms of a young Asian person that was working there at the time. And you can see the blood and you could see the pain in the young man's eyes who was holding President Kennedy, holding Senator Kennedy at that time. Obviously, this was during the 1968 presidential campaign, and it was the 1968 Democrat California primary, which he won. And that was a state that he had to win because he had just lost the state of Oregon to Eugene McCarthy.
What does Sirhan Sirhan say now that he feels that he should be granted parole in terms of his motivation for the killing, how much he has changed, and whether he believes he might present some sort of danger to anybody else, given that the assassination was clearly politically motivated?
Right. According to published reports, and most importantly, my source has been the Washington Post. It's been reports that Sirhan Sirhan has shown remorse. He has admitted that he was a young, angry person at that time because of some of the world events, in particular in the Middle East. He is a Christian Jordanian, according to these reports. And despite that, he still acted in the way he did, and he was convicted. And so now at his age, he qualifies for an elderly parole qualification, according to published reports. Again, according to what has been reported about the parole board in California, and also because he's served over 20 years in prison because of this conviction. And I believe the number of years has been approximately 55 years, if I'm correct. I will also add that according to these reports, the death penalty was abolished in 1972 in California. So as a result, he got a life sentence, and that's what he's been serving. And he's come up before, and he was denied parole. Now, in this instance, this was a two-person parole board, and it will be reviewed by a full parole board in 120 days before it is final. Then the governor has 30 days to uphold or reverse it or send it back to the board. Now, in this instance, the California governor, Gavin Newsom, is in a recall election. And from what has been reported, it's a very, very tight election. A tight polling process with his Republican opponent, Larry Elder, who is very popular and very well known as an attorney and as a media personality. So ultimately, this decision on whether or not to release Sirhan Sirhan will be up to the governor, and it probably will have political implications. I can also report, according to published reports, that 6 of the 9 surviving Kennedy children were against it. They are not in favor, and they issued a statement. And those children are Joseph P. Kennedy, Courtney, Carrie, Chris, Maxwell, and Rory, according to published reports. So you have some divisions in the Kennedy family as to whether or not this full parole should be granted. Of course, you reported that Robert F. Jr. and also Douglas are in favor of the parole. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Joseph, thank you so much indeed. You know, if anybody who's joined us in the middle of our interview, they might find it a bit strange that I finished by saying how good you look for your age. Anybody who's listening at the start will understand, right? Joseph, take care.
Same to you, sir.